Hey yogis, my name is Daniel Cumming and welcome to Your Flow. This is my lovely assistant Cassandra and we'll be taking you through a anytime flow. So this is just something that you can do when you have 30 minutes or so spare and you need to stretch out and re-energize a little bit. So we will be starting as usual with the breath. So I want you to start to focus the breath in and out your nostrils. So as you breathe in, think about expanding the belly, filling it full of air like a balloon. And then as you exhale, draw the lower belly in towards the spine, softening through the shoulders. As you inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. And then as you exhale, empty the chest, the ribs, and the belly. We'll turn both palms face up, draw the elbows in. As we inhale now, start to reach the arms out, lift the chin, and open up through the chest. And then as you exhale, start to take the backs of the hands together and draw the elbows forward. Good. We inhale, start to open up a little bit more, reach the fingertips up, opening up through the chest and the chin. And then as you exhale, soften through the wrists, place the fingertips, backs of the hands together, elbows forward, leaning forward, tucking the chin. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, lifting up. This time you can draw the inside of the thighs together, lifting up off the heels. And then as you exhale, sink the hips down and back, drawing the elbows forward, rounding through the shoulders and opening up in between the shoulder blades. Two more. Inhale, lifting up. Nice big exhale, drawing everything in, down. Last one, opening up through the mouth, breath in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Good, we'll do that one more time. Nice big audible sigh out. Big breath in. Good, let's find all fours. So wrists stacked beneath the shoulders, knees stacked beneath the hips. Pressing into the fingertips, dropping the shoulders down. Let's bring the knees quite close together. Inhale the right foot up and back in behind the body. So right foot back, toes facing down, tucking the chin. Good, left arm forward, reaching the fingertips forward. As you exhale, draw the elbow towards the knee, tucking the chin. Two more of these. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, softening through the shoulder and the hips, bringing it back in. One more time. Inhale, reaching forward. And then place the hand down, knee down, other side. So left foot back, pressing into the fingertips. Toes facing down, tucking the chin. Inhale the right arm forward, press back through the left foot, and then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching forward, lengthen through the body as well as the top of the head. Exhale it in. One more time. Nice big reach. And then exhale, hand down, knee down, take a child's pose. So maybe separating the knees and just drawing the hips back, softening through the elbows. And just returning to the breath, finding a bit of stillness. So you can always come back to this pose if you get a little bit fatigued or you just want a bit of a rest. Good, we'll make our way to our first downward dog. So walking the hands forward, spreading the fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. Tuck the toes, press back through the hands. Keep the knees nice and bent to start off with. And feel as though we're drawing the backs of the thighs backwards and lifting up through the hips a little bit. The heels don't need to be flat, but maybe feel like the heels are pressing down as we draw the hips back and softening through the shoulders a little bit. Good, from downward dog, we'll inhale the right foot up and back in behind the body, drawing the lower belly in, and then gently tuck the right foot through underneath the body, right foot forward for a low lunge, lower the left knee. Good, drawing everything up through center, inhale both arms up, and then exhale, soften through the shoulders, open up through the palms. Good. Take one more inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhale the hands down in front of the chest, interlace the fingers. Inhale, elbows rise. And then as you exhale, press the palms away, tucking the chin, drawing the upper back backwards. Soften through the shoulders. Inhale, both arms up. Good. And then exhale, drop the shoulders, drop the hands in behind. Inhale, interlace the fingers, chest forward. And then exhale, hands back in front of the chest. Good. Inhale, both arms up, out. chest lifts, and then exhale the hands all the way down to the floor. Lift the left knee, and then just press forward and back a little bit in your runner's line. So as we press forward through that back foot, we press back through that front foot. Inhale forward, lift the chest a little bit. Exhale, pressing back. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, pressing back. Last one. Inhale, lift the chest, drop that knee a little bit, and then step that right foot back, 3-legged dog. So stretching that right leg back, and then you can bend the right knee and open up the right hip just gently, so that right foot is coming towards that left buttock. Soften through the head and neck. One more breath in, and then you can place the right foot down. Good. Let's just inhale gently to a high plank position. So tuck in the chin, press into the fingertips, bring the shoulders over the wrists. I'm just holding here for a moment, softening through the shoulders. So you should be able to move the shoulders a little bit. Good, one more breath in, and then back to your downward dog. That's it. Maybe placing the feet a little bit closer together if it helps you. Inhale the left foot up and back in behind the body. Good. Slowly bring the left foot underneath the body, left foot forward, low lunge position. Lowering down the right knee. Zipping up through center. Inhale both arms up. Good. Drop the shoulders, open up through the palms. One more inhale, and then exhale, drop the hands. Interlace the fingers differently the last time. Elbows lift on the inhale, and then pressing away with the exhale. Inhale, open up through the shoulders and elbows out to the side. And then exhale, drop the hands in behind the body. Interlacing the fingers that same way again. Inhale, chest up, arms back. Exhale, release the hands back in front of the chest. Good. Inhale, lean back with the chest, open up the arms out to about 45 degrees, and then exhale the hands all the way down. Lift the right knee, and just teetering forward and back for the first couple of breaths. So just feeling that force of pressing yourself forward with that back foot, back with that front foot, and then we'll start to breathe and move. So maybe in the fingertips, inhale, open up through the chest, lean forward. Exhale, pressing back through that front foot. 2 more. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, back. That's it. Last one. Inhale, forward. Lift that left foot as you press back, 3-legged dog. Really reach that left foot all the way to the back of the room behind you, dropping and relaxing the head, and then bending the left knee and opening up the left hip. Grounding down through that left hand at the same time. That's it. One more breath in. And then exhale the left foot down. Resetting yourself up. Inhale forward to a high plank. Hold here for about 3 breaths this time, pressing into the fingertips. So we're warming up the wrists, softening through the shoulders. Good, long through the body. Lowering down to the knees, soften through the wrists, and we'll come all the way down to our belly. So drawing the elbows in, pressing the fingertips nice and slow, all the way down to the floor. Let's set up for a locust pose position. So hips are on the ground, toes pressing into the ground. Lift up the shoulders, draw the hands back. So this time we're actually going to have the backs of the hands against the floor. So rotate the backs of the hands against the floor and lightly press the fingertips in, just very lightly. Lift the feet, press a little bit more into the fingertips, so the backs of the fingertips, and draw the elbows in, broadening up through the chest, long through the top of the head. Yes, this is a little bit different how I usually teach a locust position. Keeping the fingertips pressing down, drawing the shoulders back. Good, and then we can rotate the palms facing down, opening up the hands out to the side, that's it. Inhale, arms forward, elbows out to the side, and then exhale back, swimming back. 2 more. Inhale forward, we'll take a break at the end of this flow. Exhale back. One more time, inhale the arms forward, fold the arms, forehead or cheek down to the arms, relax. And just slowing down the breath, moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Let's find our way back to Vajrasana. So inhale, lifting the chest, pouring the weight back through a baby cobra, and then exhale back, hips towards the heels. And just sitting down, resting the hands on the thighs. I just want to do some square breathing for a few breaths, just as we settle into some stillness. So square breathing is breathing in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. And we'll just do 4 rounds of this. So breathing into your belly. So breathe in through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Then out, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. That's it. In, 2, 3, 4. Little pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And pause, 2, 3. That's it. Halfway there. Breathe in, 2, 3. Fill the belly up. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Then out, 2, 3, 4. And pause, 2, 3. Last one. Breathe in, fill the lungs up. Pause for a moment at the top, then emptying out the lungs all the way, holding, pausing. Good. And just coming back to your natural breath, moving the shoulders, the wrists, swaying side to side, and then finding your way back to downward dog. And just noticing the difference in how you feel, just by doing 4 rounds of the breath. And as you find your downward dog, spreading the fingertips, the palms, pedaling out through one heel at a time, so pressing into one hand and the opposite heel, just letting your head hang. Yeah, so that square breathing is just balancing us out. So it's not going more towards activation or energizing, and it's not leaning more towards relaxing and slowing down. It's somewhere in the middle. So it's where, whatever your aim is, it's the perfect breath for it. And then placing the feet nice and close together, let's start to flow a bit more. So inhale the right foot up and back, and then exhale the right foot through for a high lunge. Make sure both sets of toes are facing forward, zipping up through center. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, both hands down, the elbows in. Inhale, reach the arms forward, press into the back heel, and then exhale, draw the elbows and maybe even the fists in, lifting the chest. Inhale, reaching out long. Exhale, draw it back. One more time. Inhale, reaching out long. Exhale, bring it back. This time we open up through the arms, about 45 degrees out and up, and then exhale both hands all the way down. Step the front foot back, downward dog. Straighten to the other side. Inhale, left foot up and back in behind the body. Left foot through for a high lunge position. Both sets of toes facing forward. Make sure that stability is set up, drawing the inside of the thighs together. Good. And then exhale everything in towards the body, elbows in towards the side ribs. Inhale, reaching out, pressing into the right heel. Exhale, draw it in. Drawing the lower belly in, that's it. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it all. That's it. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale it back. Pouring the weight back. Inhale, soften through the arms, lift them up, and then drape them all the way down to meet that left foot. Step the left foot back, downward dog. Good. Inhale, high plank position. And then we'll lower all the way to the floor. We're going to take 6 seconds all the way down. So if you need to drop the knees, drop the knees. Starting now, shoulders towards the fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby cobra on the ground. So we pour the weight back, elbows draw in, soft through the arms. Exhale back to a child's pose. 1 or 2 breaths here. Recatching your breath. And then back to a downward dog when you're ready. Good. And we're adding to this flow now. So inhale the right foot up and back, and then exhale the right foot through for a high lunge position. Both sets of toes facing forward. Inhale, zipping up. Good. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, reaching long, pressing that left foot back. Exhale, bring it back in. 2 more. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, bring it back in. Last one. Inhale, reaching forward. This time we lift the left foot on the exhale. So we draw the elbows in, but we lift the left foot. Take the hands in beside the body. Very similar to our locust pose position. Top of the head long. And then see if we can tuck the front ribs in a little bit. Look down towards the ground. Extend that left foot back. Top of the head forward. See if we can line that back foot up with the head, the height of the head. Maybe throw in a smile somewhere there. And then draw the hands underneath the chest. Draw the lower belly in, left knee underneath the body. Inhale, lifting up. Let's find a tree pose position. So open up that left knee. Take the ankle, place it to the inside of the right thigh, or possibly the calf, just anywhere above or below the knee. Could be the side of the ankle. Lifting up through the chest. And then you can choose what to do with the arms, maybe up above the head, out to the side, or you maybe want to cross one hand behind, reaching for the elbows. Slowing down the breath. Let's do one round of square breathing here as we balance. If you fall out, it's fine, at least you tried. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Release the arms, inhale up, bring the left knee in, nice work, and then place it down. Good. Let's just inhale, softenly, or soften, do it softly, soften and do it softly, softenly. Reaching the hands all the way down to the floor. Inhale, look forward, lift the chest. Exhale, step both feet back, downward dog. That's it. Relax the head and neck. Open up the mouth. Feel free to stick out your tongue if you like, but 2 breaths in and out the mouth. Just letting it all go. Inhaling forward to a high plank, pressing through the fingertips long through the body, and then lowering all the way to the floor. So taking your time, nice and slow. Shoulders go in front of the hands, elbows draw in, maybe cobra at the bottom. Or if you're used to doing a vinyasa flow, you can do that. And then back to a child's pose, back to a downward dog, a breath or 2 after. Yeah, so child's pose is always the option in between the flows. So if you want to just go straight back to downward dog, you're very welcome to do that. But I'm always offering a little bit of space if you do want to take it in between the flows, making your way back to downward dog. And we'll head to the other side of that flow. So inhaling the left foot up and back in behind the body, nice and long through the left leg, left foot through high lunge. Good. Zipping up through center. Just as we did before. So as we exhale, draw the elbows in, and then inhale, reaching forward long. Exhale, drawing it back. Inhale, long through the body, knowing where we're going now. One more time. Inhale, reaching forward. Use the exhale to lift that right foot up, draw yourself forward and up, and then opening up the palms out to the side. Starting to draw the front ribs in to line the body up as much as you can, like a plank. We've got one foot on the ground now. And then maybe dipping the chest down a little bit while you raise your right foot up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Couple more breaths here. Eventually bringing the hands underneath the chest, tucking the right knee underneath the body, lifting up into your tree pose position. So this foot might be different to the other side, so you don't have to take it where the other one was, but finding a position that you can keep sustainable, slowing down the breath. Okay, it's up to you where you put the hands, maybe taking them in behind in a slightly different way to last time, so one on front of the other in a different way. And back to your square breathing. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And pause, 2, 3, 4. Nice work. Releasing the arms as you gently inhale. And then drawing the right knee in, right foot down. We're just going to take a horse stance position, or malasana, toes out, heels in. Draw the hips back. And then placing one hand each thigh, just above the knee. And then pressing down through the pinky fingers, so we roll the shoulders back and open up through the thighs. Just take a very gentle twist. So press into the right hand and look over your left shoulder. Press into the right hand and look over your left shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Just holding here for a breath or two. Extending that left arm. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Take the arms up. Straighten through the legs. And we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. So toes in, heels out. Draw the hips back. If you have a block or something to rest the hands on, you can do that. But ground down through the pinky toes, the heels, and then lowering all the way down. So we want to keep length. So if you can press down into something or the floor with your fingertips to lengthen through the spine for the first few breaths, that can definitely help. Drawing the backs of the thighs backwards. Deep breaths. So just for the first couple of breaths, keeping long through the spine. And then after maybe the third breath, you can relax the head and neck a little bit more. But still drawing the hips back, maybe the front ribs in. Keeping that length through the spine and letting everything begin to soften a little bit more. So you can gently nod the head yes, shake it no. And we'll spend a few more breaths here. And then you can just gently draw the feet in towards the hands. Come into a squat position with the heels off, toes on the ground, fingertips on the ground. We're not going to take any arm balance unless it's usually in your practice, but we're just going to simply lean forward and back a little bit, up onto the tippy toes, pressing the fingers back, up onto the tippy toes, pressing the fingers back, maybe just pressing the inside of the thighs to the upper arm, not into the elbows, just above the elbows, just teetering forward. And then you can either step one foot back at a time to a high plank, or if you want to do a little jump back, make sure you curl the toes back to avoid landing on the toes into your high plank. And let's do our last high plank to the floor. Let's see if we can take 10 seconds all the way down. Feel free to lower the knees, start or halfway, all the way down. 10, 9, 8, elbows in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, all the wobbles, 2, 1, down. Let's take a long cobra. So reaching the hands forward, shuffling the feet back, fingertips are on the ground. So just making sure that you can see. Reaching long, pressing into the pinky fingers, tucking the chin, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. We're just going to stretch out here, so we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Long through the entire back of the body. Big breaths. Good, 2 more breaths. And then you can gently release. We'll come back up to all fours. So inhale, lift the chest, drawing everything back. And we'll just stretch out the shoulders a little bit. So weave that right arm underneath the left. So you can inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, sweep that right arm underneath the left. Drop down to the left elbow and left forearm. And just gently pour the weight towards that right shoulder. If this doesn't suit you, the more you come back to the hips, the less the pressure is going to be in the shoulder. So very soft,
either forehead to the ground, or you can take that right cheek to the ground. You won't be here for too long, but just making sure the head can rest and soften, so you may want a pillow or a block. Deep breaths. Softening through the shoulders. One more breath in, all the way out. Gently releasing, leaning towards that left elbow, and then you can swap the arms around. So just gently loosening off through the shoulders, the head, the neck. Inhale, that left arm reaches a little bit into a twist, and then threading that left arm underneath the right, leaning towards that left shoulder, lowering down to the right elbow and forearm, and just softening in, however feels okay for you and your body. Slowing down the breath. One more big inhale and exhale. And gently unwinding. And coming back to all fours and just taking a few gentle little circles in all fours. Just loosening up through the shoulders, head, neck. Moving the other way. Can maybe resemble less of a circle or more of a figure eight, infinity symbol shape, or just whatever feels good to move around right now. Seeing if you can be soft and gentle through all the joints. Come into a pigeon pose position. We'll take the reclined version this time. So we'll draw the hips back towards the heels and then lean both feet forward, and we'll come onto our back. So we'll take our right ankle to our left thigh. This might be all you get to, and that's fine. Otherwise, threading both arms underneath the left knee, softening through the shoulders, gently pressing the right ankle and right knee away from the body. Making sure the head is on the ground. If the head isn't comfortably on the ground, find a way that it can be on something, maybe a towel or a block. If you need more of a stretch, you can wrap your hands around the shin instead of underneath the knee. Slowing down the breath. And now we're starting to wind down a little bit. You may want to make the breath out a little bit longer than the breath in. So if you breathe in to the count of 4, maybe breathing out to the count of 6. About 2 more breaths here. Nice full breaths. Good. Gently beginning to release when you're ready. And then we'll swap legs over. So right foot is on the ground, left ankle, right thigh. Rotating the wrists a little bit, loosen up through the shoulders before you thread your arms through. And then you can reach around behind that right knee, softening through the wrists, and just keeping the fingers interlaced. So you shouldn't have to work too hard with the arms. Just having the fingers interlaced should be enough. And seeing if you can breathe more into the belly than the chest. So as you breathe in, the belly expands, filling full of air like a balloon. And then just soften, relax the back of the neck, the shoulders, the wrists, fingers, face and jaw. even the toes. About 2 more breaths. You can gently release, placing both feet down. Feet to the edges of the mat, knees to the center, and arms can be out wide to the side. And then just gently swaying the knees from side to side, just loosening off through the hips. Just really gentle, moving from the hips rather than the knees. So as we gently roll the hips side to side, the knees just follow. And as you sway side to side, you can stop on the right side with the knees to the right side, and then just stay here for a few moments, just for a few breaths. As long as this is comfortable, you can just stay however the knees have landed. Seeing if you can keep that breath more into the belly than the chest again. That's it, big belly breath. On your next exhale, you can just gently sway the hips back to center, and then knees fall to the opposite side, and just letting them stay here for a few breaths. One more nice big breath in, and then exhale back to center. Bring the feet close to the hips. Press down through the left foot as you bend the right knee and take the right heel up towards the ceiling. Wrap your arms behind the right knee. Draw the knee towards you a little bit, pressing up through the heel. So don't straighten the leg 100%, maybe 70 or 80%, but extend the heel up towards the ceiling, while you draw the hips down towards the floor, relaxing through the wrists and shoulders. Good, keeping this length. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the foot. So curl the toes towards you, heel away. Inhale, relax, point the toes. Exhale, flex the foot, extend through the heel. So each time, maybe raising the foot up, maybe 1% more than it was before. 1% is not much at all. Very gentle. So as we inhale, we relax, point the toes, and then exhale, flex the foot, extend up through the heel a little bit more than before. Just 2 or 3 more breaths doing this. Just gentle stretch. Gentle, dynamic, active stretch. Rotating the ankle one direction, wiggling the toes, the other direction, and then you can drop that right foot. Just extend the arms up, legs long, stretching through the arms, stretching through the legs, rotate the wrists, the ankles, wiggle the fingers and toes, lift the chest a little bit, open up the mouth, take a nice big breath in and out the mouth. And then bend the knees and we'll take the other side. So lifting the left foot up, flexing the foot, extending the heel, arms behind that left knee, and just drop the shoulders down. So not hunching them up, not forcing anything here, extending up through the heel. Inhale, point the toes, relax. Exhale, flex the foot a little bit more active through the heel lifting up. Making sure that the hips are on the ground. So we want the tailbone drawing down, left hip especially drawing down to the floor. So inhale, pointing the toes, exhale, flexing the foot, just in your own time. Be slow, be a little bit quicker, depending on how fast you're breathing. See if you can slow it down a little bit for these last few. Standing up a little bit more with each exhale through the heel. And you can rotate that left ankle, relax the whole foot, wiggle the toes, one direction, then the other. Then you can place that left foot down, relax the arms by your side, bring the heels quite close to the hips and the feet in line with the hips. We just take a gentle bridge to finish off. So press down through the feet, gently lift the hips up. So you can maybe inhale, lift the hips, exhale, let the back roll the hips all the way back down to the floor, and do this a few times. Or you can elevate the hips and maybe bring the elbows underneath the hips with the hands just lightly supporting them with the thumbs. You can also interlace the fingers underneath. There's a few variations you can take. Not taking anything that feels too active or too strong. We're winding down here. Just elevating the hips for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, you can gently release, stretch the legs long into your Shavasana position. And just set up nice and comfortably. Any last little wriggles or wiggles of the toes and fingers, you can do that now. And just laying here, noticing your breath. And just doing one set of square breathing before we let go of the breath. So breathing in, expanding the belly, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. In, forget about the count, just fill up the belly and the lungs, all the way up the ribs and the chest. And then slowly emptying out, chest, the ribs, the belly, all the way out. And then just letting the breath become natural. Just letting go of the breath, letting go of the body. Just completely surrendering into the floor. You've done all the work. You can just completely let go and enjoy the fruits of the work that you've done. The body knows what to do from here. brushing your fingertips over your thumbs to reawaken the body. Gently noticing every little sensation. Wiggling your toes. Gently nodding the head from side to side. Just starting to move however feels good for you. When you're ready, you can stretch both arms up overhead. Take a nice big breath in, a little grin. And then roll over to your right side, knees tucked in, head resting on the arm. When you're ready, you can gently find a way up into a seated position. Resting the hands on the knees. Take 3 breaths, taking both hands up on the inhale, above the head. As palms connect, exhale down through center, brushing the thumbs over the forehead, the nose, the lips, the chest, the backs of the hands against the thighs. Just noticing every little sensation. When as the palms and fingertips touch, just noticing how different you feel now as opposed to when you started. Resting the palms in front of the chest. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth to finish. Breathing in together now. Nice work. Thank you, yogis, for joining us. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.